I could tell you a whimsical tale that's probably very inaccurate. The Sensible Sociopath.
2, 3, 1, go.
Roma, the podcast is here!
It really never gets old.
Sorry about those jokes I said earlier about babies with both sets of genitals.
What does that even mean?
You know, I'm willing to risk my life for this podcast, Roma.
Ugh, that sounds insane.
I'm also willing to risk your life for this podcast.
Periods are not just for women.
And you'll get to red pill yourself if you choose to.
Come on if you're thirsty.
Take off their underwear and relax with their uncle.
It was kind of traumatizing.
White people are bad and do bad things.
How fast can I eat your ass?
I mean, you know, you look at me and you go, this is an international man.
My whole life is a sham.
And you can't get the white Oreos. That's racist.
I think I counted like 25 racially charged jokes.
White privilege allows me to turn off someone's headlights.
I was just being agreeable.
Roma, when was the last time you were agreeable?
It's been days.
Also, if you try to poop really hard, sometimes you'll come.
You would think that we'd have our shit together.
It's the enema for your face.
Yeah, I was gonna say cleaning's for women.
I'm not a lady, Roma.
Oh, this is so gay.
Let's try to be inclusive, Roma.
What does that even mean?
I know these things, Roma. I know many things. Why, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sensible Sociopath Podcast, episode 175.
175!
We are happy to be here live on a Friday night on YouTube. Roma, is today a special day?
Today is a special day.
What day is it?
It is our 4-year birthday.
Oh, I thought it was Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, also that.
Shit.
Fuck.
Well, we done fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Cinco de Mayo fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know what was coming.
All this tequila that I booty bumped, I should probably just let it go then, huh?
Just let it go, Steve.
Yeah,
just
it's
let it go.
warm.
I think they call that boofing.
Yes, I
Oh,
yes.
that's the thing, yeah.
Yes, we have talked about boofing before.
So I am Stephen Paul. That across, he's number 4 that you're seeing. That would be Superfan Dan.
Hi, guys.
We also have a new guest today, and he goes by Todd and Ted.
Todd in his prime.
Depending on where he's at. Todd, hello, welcome.
Hello.
What's up, Todd?
Yeah, what's up, Todd? That's aggressive. And then we have our producer in the producer's bay, Roma America Rifkin.
Hi,
Hello.
guys.
Whoop, 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 whoop. If you're joining us on YouTube, you can, I don't know, do your phone one way or the other. You can thumbs up. You can subscribe. You can shoot that share-o to all your friends. And you can also, there was one other thing. Oh, you can chat with us. If you're here, you are part of the show. So please chat with us and you'll be forever in the annals of history. Annals?
Yes.
Annals.
Anal.
Annals?
Both.
Anal.
Yeah.
I like anal.
All right.
Both. We know, Todd. We know.
I want to apologize ahead of time. We are using a camera that we don't usually use, and so Todd's a little purple today, but
Like
That's why we call him Grimace. Grimace.
Todd the Grimace.
also I'm very pink today. I came in here and instantly turned bright pink. I haven't even started drinking yet, so I also apologize for that.
Let's get on that, Roma. See
I-
if it turns things around.
I apologize.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I apologize just because I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we already knew that, but
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I forgot.
Hey!
There we go. Now it's a party.
I'd just like to say first and foremost, congratulations, Steve, on 4 years.
Thank you.
That's
Yes.
fantastic.
I cannot believe it's been that long.
Your
Yeah.
addition since episode 20 with Roma has been fantastic.
Mhm.
I think I came in about episode 93.
We'll probably keep you guys, I guess.
Aw, thank you.
Happy.
I mean, I demand a raise.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want double of what I am paid right now.
How about a Jack LaLanne juice man juicer?
You know, I might actually take you up on that.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I mean, it's 15 years old, but it's legal.
Oh, but only in this state.
Yeah. Well, because he swam across the English Channel
Oh,
to France.
Did he really?
Yeah.
there we
He
go.
pulled a boat in his teeth.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he literally did.
Oh my God.
Actually, I think he pulled many boats in his teeth. I think he pulled and he was like 80 or something.
Are you fucking kidding me? So that juicing did work out.
I mean,
I mean,
that's
till
a
it
good
didn't.
pun. That's a good pun. That juicing did work out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey.
drink
What's
more
that?
juice.
I one time I was doing a march for lack of drug use, and there were people at a like it was like a GNC. It was an off-brand GNC, and there were some people sitting out front drinking juice or something. And I was like, "Hey, don't do drugs. It won't work out." I literally said that. And everybody's like, "Boo!" I was like, "I'll just keep going then. Come up with something new."
I'll see you guys on the next lap.
Yep, exactly.
We should say hi to who we've got in the chat room because we've got a few.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
All right, let's see.
I
We've
saw
got
Lambo.
we got Scotty G. We've got Kat. We've
What's
got
up, Cat?
Cat's back.
Ricardo and Franny.
Ricardo
up,
and Franny.
Ricardo.
Lambo's here.
Hell yeah.
Lambo.
Hunter's here.
Oh,
Hunter.
shit. Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter says, "Woot woot! Didn't know you had a podcast." Super fan Dan definitely going to be tuning in from now on.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe.
Yes.
Long Rod Todd. I fucking love that.
And turn your notifications on so that you can notify when Dan's being sexy.
That never happens.
Okay. All right. Well, we can start.
He's
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
We'll get that
There's
together.
a first time for everything.
Hell yeah.
That's true. It's true.
It's because you guys don't work with Dan in the field.
Yeah. So
Dan's always sexy.
exactly. Well,
With that
we've all
thick
seen
ass,
his rump.
yeah.
We call it the
I
dump
took
truck.
him out the other night because I felt sorry for him and I wanted him to feel like he had friends.
Mhm.
That's accurate.
And he was there for like 6 minutes and somebody was already talking about his ass and smacking him on it.
Wow.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
Welcome
What was
to
his name?
our life.
No, it literally was a guy.
It was Ethan.
Oh, okay.
What?
Uh,
Right? That was Ethan.
I think so. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Ethan Stipley. What's that guy?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Stapley, the guy that was in American History X and Varsity Blues.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he was the fat guy. in
Oh,
those
yeah,
movies.
yeah. Mhm.
Stapley.
And we can't forget Nick. Nick fucking
Shipley.
showed up.
Yeah.
Nick
What's
Boris.
up, Nick?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. He goes, I see how it is. Just forget to mention me.
Mhm.
Nick wants to have.
Yeah, you know
sexual
who isn't
relations
here?
with me.
I
Nick
noticed who's not here.
I think in the
Who?
comments.
The
he
young boys. We
said
don't have
something.
Trevin or Brandon.
Hey, Roma.
Yeah.
We're not picking up on Todd's mic.
Oh, we're not?
Like, yeah, everybody's just rolling over him,
Okay.
Oh,
which is okay, but it's not great.
I'm sorry.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep a closer eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Testing.
That was weak.
Testing.
There you
Speak from your
go.
diaphragm.
There you
Yo,
go.
speak, son.
No, I think Nick wants to be known for something. Yes, I read in the comments he wants to do something to me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
all
Like-
right.
Oh, he
So-
goes, that's right. I do, Todd.
Yep,
Oh, he
see?
goes, I do, Todd, not I'll do, Todd.
Oh, okay.
And you love it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do.
Well, and
It's the hair.
Roma will keep an eye on the chat, and I know there'll probably be plenty of chat going on. So just let Roma pick out the ones, and that way you're not distracted because you've got a job to do, Todd.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What job does Todd have to do today, Steve?
Yeah. Well, I was going to ham-fistedly show people how to pick locks.
Okay.
I am not an expert by any means. I've done it a few times to get into places. I think I did it to Roma's door one
Yeah,
time.
you broke into
and-
my apartment one time.
Yeah, it was at night. You didn't know.
No, I requested it. I was like, I think you needed something, and I was like, if you can break in, you can.
Mhm.
And you did, and that made me a little scared. I bought a gun
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
So Steve, why don't you tell us exactly as to why we're needing to learn how to pick locks?
Well, we're the preeminent amateur professional podcast. We are collecting skills of very high level people. So the two that we're really after, recently is the one that we were doing kind of last week, which was cooking, chef, sort of thing. And then this week, we are actually preparing for a competition that is going to be coming up soon. And that competition is who is the best amateur spy. And so we are going through our training. I believe breaking and entering or a B&E is part of that because you have to, get information or I don't know, whatever
Yeah.
spies
Well,
do.
yeah,
Classified stuff
you
Mhm.
got to
behind locked doors.
You got to get in there.
Yeah,
If you
Yeah.
can't get in there, how are you supposed to know?
exactly. And I'm only going to sleep with so many people to
Yeah,
get into places.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, Todd,
Yes.
you're helping us to become better lock pickers.
Yes.
And why do you know this creepy art?
Yes. A lot of people see it as a voodoo style, I would say, hobby.
Yeah.
So it's known as lock sport.
Oh,
So we
like blood sport.
We.
kind of,
Yeah.
there's a large community. We pick locks to better inform the public.
Okay.
When a lock maker makes a lock, puts all sorts of things on their packaging,
Mhm.
The public reads that and
Assumes
that they're
yeah.
buying a quality product, and whatever they're going to put that lock on will keep their items safe.
Okay. So you guys
When-
are kind of like hackers
yeah,
that hack, but
Like,
for the good.
What are they called?
Essentially.
Like white white
That's
hat
racist.
White-
hacker?
Yep, white hat hacker. The
Wait.
bad ones are, I know I'm going to get flack for this. It's black hat hackers are the ones that go after innocents and they steal and they fraud people.
Todd.
But the white hat hackers are the ones that counteract those hackers.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same thing. Us lock sporters just make sure lock manufacturers are held accountable.
Okay.
Nice.
for their
I like that.
product.
Now, did you get into this because you were telling me that you're kind of a gamer and those games have a lot of puzzles and stuff in them,
Yes.
right?
Yep,
Is that part of the reason?
it is.
Okay.
Wow, good call.
I grew up and my main game
Mhm.
through childhood was 007 GoldenEye.
Hell yeah.
I think
Spies.
a lot of people, yes.
Spies, baby.
Spies.
Mhm.
Watching 007 on the big screen. And I've always wanted to kind of learn how to lockpick.
Hell yeah.
So
Was there lock picking in that movie or in the game?
it just in a lot of not
Or it was
Not
just a
in the-
skill that was like, that
Not-
was just the same direction?
not so much in the game, but definitely in the movies
Okay. Yeah.
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
would pick a lock and
Sure.
kind of get through security. And
I was a
stuff.
big MacGyver guy.
Oh,
And
yes,
so,
also,
very
yes.
similar, except it wasn't like,
Yep.
that wasn't like one of his things that he did. He just did everything,
Yeah.
You know, like with a toothpick and a piece of bubble gum, and
Mhm.
by God, he's
Yeah.
in there.
One time,
Yeah.
I remember what he did was he was stuck in a walk-in freezer, and he had to get out. Somebody had locked him in with the lock on the walk-in freezer. So he took off his belt. He grabbed a chunk of ice.
Chunk of ice.
Yeah. So he grabbed a chunk of ice. He held it up to the bulb of the light, and then put the tail of his belt into the lock so that the water ran down his belt into the lock, expanded, broke the lock, and he escaped.
Wow.
I mean, he is MacGyver.
And he
Yeah,
also did hit that
true.
pole against a fire hydrant so he could get the keys. I mean, that's another way you can open things.
It's true.
True. MacGyver's.
He's
Good.
MacGyver.
Mhm.
So the main actor from MacGyver, what was his name?
Harry Dean Anderson.
Yes,
or
I was going to
something.
say it's like
Yeah.
it's Anderson. So he ended up going on to doing Stargate, and there's quite a few times that they make like MacGyver jokes.
A nod to it.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
what's her name? Samantha Carter. She goes. She's like, well, can't you? We just MacGyver something, and she like glares at him. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Who the hell is that? Yeah. No, that's not real. Yeah. No, so I am kind of the same way. I don't have any altruistic intention. I just want to know how to open things.
Yep.
So I was going to do no good with what I had.
I like puzzles.
Yeah,
And locks are like puzzles.
sure.
Each lock has its own unique set of obstacles, I
Mhm.
would say. Your run-of-the-mill lock will have your basic tumblers or pins
Okay.
that are going to be flat.
Mhm.
And there's kits you can get to help you better kind of understand each pin and how each pick works and all that.
And so you're talking about like actual practice things like you have here.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
You want to
And-
show us what you got there?
Well,
Yeah. So
Well-
I'll show you one.
Well, you
here.
can, if anything, hand them to Steve.
Oh yeah, I can. So this is the entry level. It's going to have a cutout on the
Should put it in
side
front of
it.
your camera. It's
Yeah, I
gonna
was
have a better. There you go.
So there's one side of it, and then the other side, you'll see it has a cutout. So this cutout allows you to see the pins as you're manipulating them to better
Oh.
understand the feel. So as you're picking the lock, you can visually see how the pins are reacting.
And you have several of these, so these are
I do.
all. Are they different difficulties or
Yes.
just okay?
So this cutout is the beginner, simplest one because you can see them.
Okay.
And then it goes to 2, 3, 4, and 5. The fifth. So these are actually the count of pins.
Okay.
So the 2 only has 2 pins in it.
Okay.
So that's why it's the easiest. 3 only has 3 pins. 4 has 4, and 5 has a full 5-pin lock.
And so you know how many pins there are by basically how many teeth are on your, I mean, more or less on your key.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And so like when I see like an industrial lock, like in an office or something like that, I mean, they've got a lot of
Yeah.
And so is that for added security
Yes.
or because they have a lot of keys they need made?
No, it's definitely for added security.
Okay.
Most of the industrial locks that you'll see will not only have your traditional, I guess, horizontal pins,
Mhm.
they will also have pins vertical.
Oh.
So they will have pins on the side of the key as well as your normal pins like you would see. I mean, if anyone's ever played games like Oblivion.
Yeah, I was gonna
Or-
say Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls.
They've thrown that in there. I've seen
Yeah.
a friend of mine play
So that is your generic lock. So they're all going to be in a line, and you're just going to pick them one at a time. The more secure locks will have that, and then they'll have a few on the side
that. Isn't
of
that
the key.
isn't that more the only example that I have that I can think of is the
Paper towel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paper towel key.
I was
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking of the Solid Snake games. I can't remember
Oh yeah.
what they're called.
Oh, you're going way back in time.
I was
Well,
gonna
no,
say Gears
like
of War.
even the new ones, like
I
even
haven't played the new ones yet.
Metal Gear Solid.
yes, the Metal
Yeah.
Gear
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, locks can get very complicated. You have your like vending machine,
Oh, yeah.
or
The circle with the.
yep, the circle type locks. Those have to be picked, and they'll only turn a little bit once you pick them. You got to pick them again. They'll turn more. You got to continuously pick them until
Okay.
you turn that all the way around to unlock it. So
Okay.
those are a little more complicated.
Have you tried any of those?
Yes, those.
Have you been able to successfully unlock one?
Yes, they just
That's
take
awesome.
Free
long-
laundry.
They take a long time.
Yeah.
A lot
Get your
longer than your
quarters back.
normal tumbler
I got
lock.
so many handfuls of Skittles.
Uh,
Candy machine.
our neighbors to the east,
China?
in Europe,
Oh.
they have more intense locks. They have tumblers on all 4 sides of the key.
Hmm.
So you
That's
have
crazy.
Yeah, you have to pick all 4 sides
So-
of the key.
So with that, you would have actually like if you looked at the end of the key, it looks like a cross, right?
No, so the
Okay.
keyway will look like a normal keyway,
Okay.
but the key itself will have little indentations
Okay.
along the sides of it.
Okay.
So as you're inserting the key into the keyway,
Mm-hmm.
which looks normal,
It's ribbed for his pleasure.
exactly.
Okay. I
Yes.
get it.
There's little, just little indents
Mhm.
that are deeper or shallower depending on where
Mhm.
that tumbler needs to sit. But yeah,
See, and that sounds
Yeah,
almost impossible to pick.
you would think that,
Mhm.
but no, it is definitely possible.
You think Dan could do it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Well, then I'm in trouble.
I think Dan can do it.
Now, what about cars? So I know cars have like both sides of the key have teeth. So,
Yes.
or when cars used to have keys.
Yeah, now you've got to make sure that you figure out how to pick that electric button.
Yeah.
Um,
Keys are just basically a double-ended tumbler lock. So you're going to have to pick the up pins and then pick down.
Okay.
It's the same concept.
So do you think you could steal a car pretty easy with like your pick set?
Ooh, if
Ooh.
you really knew what you were doing, probably yeah.
Well, I'm asking you.
Me,
Yeah.
I've never practiced on a car.
Okay.
Just so the number one rule of lock sport is never pick a lock that does not belong to you.
Okay.
Okay.
And I've been too scared to practice on mine because practicing lock picking does damage the pins.
Oh.
It's metal on metal grinding.
Mhm.
If you're not familiar with said lock, so you can damage it.
Well, and R. Kelly was the one who said he don't see nothing wrong with a little pick and grind, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's verbatim. Yeah.
True.
And I kind of model my life after him. So
We're waiting for the tape
All
to
of
come
it?
out next
all
month.
of it, yeah, every single
The
aspect.
tape's coming out next month.
But if I got a key core from a car, from like a junkyard, I would definitely practice.
Okay.
I would see.
that'd be
would
kind of
see.
neat.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well-
maybe like go to a junkyard so you can
Mhm.
Yeah.
jalopy jungle and see if you can
Oh,
pick some
absolutely.
locks.
Well, and I think if me and Dan, I'm assuming we're just going to be great at this. So if we both just do awesome at this challenge, then we have to do something else. Maybe we'll do a boat,
All
an
right.
airplane.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe a submarine.
Well,
Oh, I'm down for a submarine.
Sandwich, submarine sandwich.
oh,
shop.
that- okay.
well,
Yeah.
that's in our
True.
wheelhouse.
It is. I
That
love
is
a good
definitely
sandwich.
in our wheelhouse.
And then once we eat, then we go pick the lock on a tractor or something.
Okay.
Tractors are
Yeah.
easy.
I would
Really?
imagine.
So at the same website that I can buy these lockpick kits, they also sell kits for all elevators service. You can buy an entire
Ooh.
key ring that any firefighter can gain access to. It's completely legal. It's not illegal to own these.
Very nice.
You can purchase full key rings for entire heavy equipment.
Oh, damn.
Yep. There's lots of keys because lots of keys fit the same devices.
So I pulled
That's
up a
true.
picture of here some different types of locks.
Mhm. What about bagels and locks?
Oh, that's actually one of my favorites.
I wasn't even holding on to that. I just came up with that
You
right
know,
Yeah.
I made a
With the
mistake
chive.
one time.
With the chive cream cheese,
now. Mm.
so good.
I made a mistake one time. My roommate at the time, he had a bagel,
Mhm.
and I took the bagel from him, and he's like, "You don't want to eat that," and I'm like,
Why?
I'm like, I'm gonna eat it, and he's like,
Sus.
"You don't want to eat that," and I'm like, I'm gonna eat it, and I took a bite, and I immediately regretted it
Mhm.
because it was locks.
I got bagels and locks for breakfast one time, and that's not the right time to get it. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's kind of a lunch thing.
yeah. The capers and it just didn't fit.
So remember-
Onions, capers, and
Remember when I got my name of a two bagel
Roma two
rum?
bagels.
Yeah.
Roma two bagels, yeah.
RTD.
Yeah.
Notorious.
I used to get a lox bagel,
Mhm.
and then I would get like one of those cinnamon and sugar ones,
Mhm.
which is they're really good because like when they go through the oven, they like get a crust on them, like
Yeah.
a sugary crust.
Yeah.
And then you get it. The place that I go to has a honey walnut
Yeah.
cream cheese.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's fucking ridiculous. Good.
That's a callback to shit happens when you party naked.
yeah.
Well, and when we whenever people bring bagels in to like work or whatever function you're at, they always bring like all of those candied ones, and I'm like, you should have just brought bagels. Or sorry, donuts. Sorry, I fucked that up. You should have just brought donuts because I want a savory bagel. I want a garlic or an onion bagel.
Yeah.
With some,
You know, I had a coworker bring bagels one time, and she brought the whole thing. They were savory, there was
That's good.
sweet,
Yeah.
with like savory cream cheeses and
Yeah.
sweet cream cheese. It was perfect.
that's what I'd like. But then again, then everybody eats all the savory ones because nobody wants a fucking sweet. I mean, the fat chicks eat the sweet. Somebody will eat it. Don't worry.
I'm a fat chick.
Yep.
I like to eat sweet things.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Well, I like both. I don't need both.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm just gonna get one, then I'll usually get savory. But
Mhm.
but if I'm like feeling like, yeah, you got to get both.
Yeah. Dessert
I'm a
is not a breakfast thing.
I'm a dessert after,
10
dinner.
p.m.
Yeah,
Or
it's
10
a
a.m.
dinner
That's
person.
what donuts are for, though. Like if you
yeah.
like donuts are best in the morning because that's usually when they're the freshest.
Because you need deep
That's
fried
when the-
dough.
yes.
That's right. Sugar on it. Yeah.
Whenever they bring-
Absolutely.
A lot of times they'll bring donuts in on the weekend on Saturdays, and you know what? I always pick the sugar one, not powdered sugar, just regular sugar, and they're always left. But like, it's just something about it's got that little bit of a crunch to it.
Are you talking about the cake donut?
Nope.
Not like that
Nope.
light fluffy one.
Light fluffy one with sugar sprinkled on it, just raw sugar.
I like
okay.
I like the jelly.
It's my new jam. Oh, jelly's the best, but jelly's always the first to go every
yeah.
time. Even if you go to a donut shop, they're automatically sold out. I think there's been like a handful of times where I've actually gotten a jelly donut.
Yeah.
And it's usually at a grocery store.
Well, and back on the East Coast, there's tons of jelly donuts because they know people want them.
Mhm.
Here, they just do fucking maple bars.
I know.
And it's like, where's the nearest maple?
I literally
it's in
don't.
Vermont. That's where. Stop making fucking maple bars here.
Nobody
Pieces
wants
of
them.
shit.
Yeah.
It's funny. My
Canada's
dad's
close.
favorite is maple bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's part of the problem.
Mine's chocolate. I can't
Oh,
get
Yeah.
enough
No,
of
chocolate's
chocolate.
classic.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a devil's food.
Or
Chocolate cake with chocolate frosting.
Apple fritters.
Oh, hell yeah. Apple
Ooh.
fritters.
You can't
Oh.
go wrong with an apple
Yeah.
fritter.
Apple cake donuts are the shit.
Yep,
Oh my
Yep.
god, they are fucking
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah, the
hands down.
Apple cider donuts.
Mm.
apple cider donuts. Whenever
Mm.
I go, so like it's kind of a New Englandy thing. I'm sure you can get them all over, but if you go to New England, like a lot of times you can, especially in the fall, you can tour like, farm orchardy things, and
Yeah.
everybody has apple cider donuts, but they're cranking them out, so you can usually get fresh ones.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you can get them like freshly fried. Holy shit!
Yep.
So they're-
good.
So
Yeah.
instead of whatever's wet in a regular donut, they use apple cider?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, but it's a
Fucking
cake donut,
awesome.
and they sprinkle it with like powdered sugar and cinnamon.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Okay.
They,
Well, next time you go, Romy, you have to bring one back for me.
Yeah.
Well, we also went to at one point down to a place called Apple Hill in California, outside of Sacramento,
Okay.
Mhm.
and it's where you just go and do the fall thing and tour the orchard and everything. And they had like fresh apple cider donuts everywhere, and
So
it was
fucking
so
good.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll buy a bunch of them, like usually a half dozen, and within the week they're gone. So, because I'll travel for at least a week, and like they never come home.
And there was something kind of interesting that I saw. I was driving down Eagle Road, a big street here, and I saw this thing, and it was like Duck Donuts, and I was like,
I saw that.
"Are
I've
they
heard-
ripping off Dunkin' Donuts?
So
I've
there's-
heard they're good.
Is it Duck and Donuts?
So it's funny though because it's like Duck Donuts, and then it's like a chicken place, and then there's like I don't know if it's like an Eagle place. There's just like 3 foul, like
Yeah.
shops in a row. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I've seen that,
Yeah,
but
because isn't Dave's Hot Chicken over there?
something like that.
Nearby somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite place to go if you like Nashville hot chicken.
I've seen we've got one Dave's, but
Mhm.
we've got at least 2 Clucks.
It sucks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that somebody put us through that. It's
Travis
Clucks, don't go.
is here. He said, "What up, Todd? What up, Tim?"
Crippen! Oh my goodness,
Crippen?
Crippen's here.
Oh.
That's his
Like Crippen.
last name is
Hey,
Crippen.
Crippen.
Pretty good. Yeah. I
He's
like
got
it.
it
Yeah.
tattooed on his arm
I feel like he should be
Like-
a pimp with a
like
limp.
a
Yeah,
boss.
He'd have to like hold up his pants and do a crip walk.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I'm sure he knows how.
Yeah.
I'm sure Crippen knows
Yeah.
how.
I mean, if you have the belt tight enough, just
Yeah.
right, you can ride it right below the ass
Yeah.
cheeks.
And
I've seen
is,
it.
Is
I've
he
seen it.
exceptionally skinny?
Yes,
Because-
actually he
excellent.
is. And he's a ginger.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yep.
Ricardo
Redhead.
says Duck Donuts is delicious, so now we know.
All right. Well,
Ricardio.
yep. Ricardo knows.
So,
I miss Ricardo.
what
We
about
all
these
do.
locks?
So,
Oh, the locks you have on screen?
no.
Well, I did have them on screen. I could put them back on screen if you wanted to talk about them, but we all kind of went through them. I just wanted to show people.
Mhm. That there are different types of locks that perhaps they don't.
Yes.
Even,
You have a practice lock set, is that right?
Mhm.
Do, yes.
So, what kind of lock is that?
It's just your standard tumbler. There is no security pins in this lock set. They come
Which
in
means
all
what?
these. So your standard tumbler or pin is going to be just straight. It's a straight cylinder. There's no cuts in it. There's no grooves, ground
okay.
in the sides of it.
Okay.
It's just a very basic cylinder, just at different lengths for your key. When you get into security pins, you take that cylinder and you might take the head of it and narrow it down to a point. You might
Okay.
cut a couple grooves in it. So as you're trying to pick it, that groove might catch.
Okay.
And you might think, okay, I've picked it.
Yeah.
So it In the picking world, that's called a false set.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit that little groove and you think you've picked that particular pin,
Mhm.
well, joke's on you. Nope. They put little security features on that pin for that reason.
Okay.
So your standard is going to be a very smooth cylinder, absolutely no grooves in it.
And when you say cylinder, that's the part that the key slides in. So it's actually a cylinder with the cut in it where the key goes, right?
No. So the cylinder, like in this particular cutout,
Mm-hmm.
these little brass up and down
Mm-hmm.
is it just little tiny brass cylinders, itty bitty, and there's 5 of them.
Oh,
in
and
this
that's where the
particular
pin
one.
goes.
So the pin is the cylinder. It's
Well,
inside.
then why isn't it a pin?
It's in these little grooves, and there's
Okay.
there's 5,
Mhm.
but they're smooth. There's absolutely no cut in them, as you can see in the
Mhm.
cutout here. There's no grooves.
Okay.
That is your standard, very basic pin.
Yeah. So basically, these are just the dumbed down version of a lock
Yeah.
where you can practice picking the pins that are in the cylinder.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And different pins have different lengths.
Okay.
That's why there's different lock picks.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
show us
would
your
say-
pick set.
So you,
Show us your favorite ones. So you broke your favorite.
yeah, I broke my favorite, which is a rake.
Yeah.
A rake is nothing special.
Is that the cheater one with all the teeth on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I guess.
So hold on one second. So I just pulled up parts of a padlock. Is
Mm-hmm.
this does this work for what you're trying to explain, or
No, so a padlock's
no?
different. Padlock can be defeated many different ways.
Okay.
You don't even have to pick the
Well,
pins.
well, we're picking
On
here,
that
so
one.
let's stick to that.
Yeah. A padlock's very different.
Okay.
But well, you do see the pins on the left-hand side there.
Yes.
That's the pins. Those are on springs. So
Yeah.
you would be sticking the
It's-
sticking the pick tool up through that middle portion and then trying to
Yep.
get those to stick
Yeah.
Yeah,
while
you gotta
you're
get
while
it
you're
in
putting
there.
a little torque on
It's
it.
close
Yeah.
to what a normal lock is.
Yeah.
It's very close. But
We're going big picture here, like we're not the professional. You're not talking to the pick people,
Yeah.
the pick crew.
Yeah.
What are you guys called? Gentle pickers, white hat.
lock
They're
sporters.
Lock sporters. Yeah.
Lock
You got to
sporters.
remember the segregation, Steve.
Yeah. So you can dumb it down for us. We're just trying to break into places, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
want to steal a bike. Honestly, that's
All right.
my end game.
Yeah.
So,
Mongoose.
with that in mind, there's this really awesome tool called a bump key.
Okay.
America runs on Quickset. So, if you're probably going to go home tonight and check your key ring to see what your front door is,
Mhm.
but Quickset is the majority of front doors in America.
Okay.
Quickset is also the worst
Okay.
lock ever because of a bump key. A bump key is a rake, basically like
I can
a
show it.
key with.
So
many,
these would be an example of bump keys
yes. So what you have on screen right now are bump keys. They're basically a rake.
here. Put your hand behind it.
You put a little rubber O-ring on the back end of it,
Mhm.
and all you do is tap it with a mallet or maybe a hammer or whatever,
Mhm.
and put a little bit of slight twisting motion on it,
Uh-huh.
and it unlocks
Okay.
the
Yeah, that
lock
sounds twice.
without any picking experience.
I mean, so my basic front door is
Quick set.
obviously has this type of key, and
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
broke into it, and you're
Mhm.
not even a lock picker.
They
Well, I am now.
Amateur?
they
So
are,
this would be different from like a deadbolt, though, correct?
no Quick
Oh,
set
shit. I
makes
don't like that.
deadbolt. So Quickset has been under fire from our community of lock sporters
Mhm.
trying to like come out with a better product.
Okay, hold on. Can I just
unfortunately-
say new fear unlocked?
Yeah.
I know.
Like
I
I'm
know,
literally
I'm
going to go
sorry.
home and change my locks. Like you don't even understand.
If
Mhm.
if you do live in a house that's old and the locks have never been changed since the time of the house's conception,
Mhm.
so 1980s, 1990s,
Mhm.
been a while, I would definitely suggest changing the locks.
Mhm.
And what
as
are we changing them to?
They are weak.
Now, how many sexual perverts do you think are in the house right now?
No.
in my house?
None.
Oh, okay.
None.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's at least 2.
I mean, it's true. I'm looking at Dan going,
Sorry, 3.
wait, I'm rethinking this.
You did. You
I did-
really should recount.
I feel like I could fall under that, but my definition is way different from your guys's.
Mhm.
But even with that said, though, locks are never an ultimatum. They've always been a deterrent to
Sure.
keep people
Guns
faithful,
are
right?
the ultimatum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Guns are the ultimatum.
Mhm.
But locks have always been a deterrent. They've never been designed to be foolproof.
Mhm.
They're just trying to keep the honest people honest and give the bad guys a little extra seconds
Yeah.
before you engage them
Mhm.
with said guns.
Sometimes, Steve, we should do gun show.
Oh, I love.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love guns.
Yeah.
We all like guns.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to be
Especially
careful on
Roma.
YouTube, though, just because I think if
Yeah.
you do it's
Yeah.
whatever episode, they'll pull your shit. So
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
if you're glamorizing or I don't know, you have to be very clinical about it and
Yeah.
very like,
Well, we can be
Super
factual
safety
about
and
it.
things.
You know,
yeah, but I don't know if I can. I'm gonna be-
that's true.
I joke, son. So when you are, when you're trying to pick a lock, some of the things that I've run into are not knowing which way the lock turns. So I was doing a file cabinet. So I got called. Occasionally I'll get called to pick people's file cabinets because they know that I carry a lockpick set. Any advice on that? On how to
That
figure out which way to turn it?
that all depends.
If you're in the southern hemisphere, or the
No.
northern-
Yeah, if
every
you're in Australia, you got to turn it
Mhm.
the other way.
every lock is different. So
every lock is different.
I always
You're
go-
turning it the wrong way.
I always just kind of go with the clockwise first.
Mhm.
If that doesn't work, I'll try counterclockwise.
So you go both
but
ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
ACDC.
I try one way. If it doesn't work, try the other. I have to pick many filing cabinets in my line of work.
Okay.
Because their master keys are very rare. Usually the manufacturer doesn't send them. So I have to.
They
Hmm.
fucking
Use my
should.
lockpick.
God damn it.
Just FYI, Hunter says videos about guns must be educational to be approved.
That's good to know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I mean, we're pseudo educational.
Well,
I'm learning things.
There's
would we
information.
still be considered propaganda?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least there's
Just the
that.
wrong kind. We're the
Uh,
truthy kind.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Conspiracy theories aren't so theories anymore.
hmm So, how many parts? Looks like you have what, 15 or so, 12 lock picks.
I have a few, and there are many names for these different types of picks.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a personal preference. Some people call them city rakes. Some people call them single picks.
Yeah.
There's a pick for every job, and you do get what you pay for. So if you buy cheap, they're usually gonna break on you.
Kind of like Resident Evil.
and
One
locks.
use only.
Yeah.
Let's show them from the camera.
Do you want to bring them just because they're so small? You can't even see them.
They're really tiny. This is your.
Did you bring it up?
basic-
Is that what
I
you're
was gonna-
saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say
Oh,
if you could
got
bring
it.
up like types of picks or something.
Yeah, this
'Cause-
is your basic single pick. That's why
Yeah.
it only has 1 point versus a rake that has multi points on it.
Mhm.
And these rakes I can use like bump keys. So they have all these ridges on them on purpose, so I can shove them in and just kind of go in and out with a
Ooh,
little
that's
bit of
what she
tension.
said.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So like those, you just basically go in and out and jolt all of the tumblers up and down
Mhm.
with a little bit of tension, and it just unlocks.
Does this
without-
work?
Yes.
Without needing any specific picking.
So which one are we
knowledge.
talking about right now?
The L rake
Yeah, the L rake.
on the very end,
Basically.
all the
Got
way
it.
to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a key. I mean,
Pretty
it looks like your
much.
basic key.
Yeah.
And
The
I was
half diamond I have.
the
single
the
hook I
L
have.
rake was something that somebody said was like the cheater.
It
like,
is.
like it's like the bump key of
Yeah.
the pick world. Okay.
Yes,
So-
yeah.
I have a question as a novice. Can you actually use like a bobby pin or a paper clip?
So Bobby pin, maybe, because the metal's a little sturdier. Paper clip, no. Paper clip is way too soft of metal.
Plus, you don't have
Now,
any ridges on it.
If you have a really worn out lock, possibly. I mean, I'm not going to dispute that there's people out there that have had locks picked with using a paper clip.
Okay.
But generally, yes. Oh, he brought it. Wiper blade metal. The little metal strip that comes in a wiper blade. This is ideal for making picks at home.
Well,
really?
Ideal,
Well,
'cause
what
it's
about
rigid.
the old fashioned pipe cleaner that you'd find in the street from a street sweeper?
Oh yeah.
I've never found one.
Really?
Yeah.
You've
Yeah,
never
no.
found one of those blades from a street sweeper in the
no.
road?
Never.
Okay.
Wow, you live
Dan,
in
you
clean
used to
places.
Dan, you used to work for the
Transportation
Yeah.
department
yeah.
at one
So
point. Yeah.
shut your fucking
Dan's-
face.
No,
Dan's-
this was
But-
back when you're a hardcore stoner and you're
Yeah.
always walking everywhere because you couldn't afford a car,
Yeah.
and you're looking in the gutters, and lo and behold, you find one of those pieces of metal like that.
Yeah.
But it's from a street sweeper, and so you
Mhm.
pick one up, you take it home, you clean it, and then you clean out your pipe from it.
But if you do want to save money,
Mhm.
when you go to replace your wiper blades on your vehicle, take the old wiper blade off. The spine of it are these little metal strips that you can bend into your tension bars,
Would this be it?
which are these. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it. You can bend into your tension bars, and then you can file down into your desired pick.
Okay.
So you can get a
Interesting.
lot out of your old, worn out
And
wiper blades.
There's 2 of those on each wiper blade.
Yep.
So you could have 4,
Yeah.
whatever, 18-inch lengths or whatever the length
Yeah,
of
and
your...
they're really not that long. Mine, I don't know, a couple inches, so you can get quite a few picks.
And
out
this
of
guy's
each wiper
blow
blade.
torching it.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Yeah. Probably heating it up so he could bend it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably just work with the metal a little easier.
Or he was just going to stick it on his girlfriend.
Probably.
That's
I
what
mean,
would
she's
do.
into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's consensual.
Yeah, exactly.
She said yes once.
Just because she didn't know didn't mean... So,
Like, oh, do you like heat play? She thought wax, but
scorch play? Yeah,
she was thinking candle wax, but it turned into a whole other thing.
yeah.
We've all done it once.
Just dump over a deep fryer on her.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Um,
Is this what we're talking about here?
Yes. Yep. That is exactly it right there.
I feel like
Oh my
lockpicks need ridges. Like, why am I? I'm
so
like,
Like
this is
ruffles?
that's
so
a
those are
tension
called
bar.
tension bars.
got it.
I didn't know that.
You
I
will
just
Good
said
job.
that.
put those in either the top or the bottom of the keyway.
And then you put that
to-
other thing in and you jiggle it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've
So-
seen that. Because it's always like when you see pictures, it's always like 2,
Mhm.
or you watch a movie, like they have like 1. So what is the difference? Why do we need a tension bar versus
So
a tooth jiggly thing?
the tension bar, when you put a key into a lock and you have to turn it, the tension bar provides that turning tension.
Okay.
And then the pick goes in and then moves the tumblers or the pins into position to allow that tension to do what the key does,
Yeah.
which
Got
is
it.
turn it.
So that little bend in it is what you stick in the key slot.
Yep.
And it doesn't go in and like actuate anything. You're just using it for leverage.
Mhm.
And when you are actually picking the pins that were on the springs, you want to put enough force to hold them in place. So basically, you're kind of sandwiching them in there.
Well,
but
you're
not
kind
too
of
much,
you're
though.
kind of making the thickness of a key, maybe. Like, yeah, no, maybe.
No. So one goes in the bottom, and then your pick goes on top, where where
Right.
the tumbler things are. Yeah.
So
I've got a couple of good questions, so hold on one second.
Mhm.
Ricardo says, "What about using a wire hanger?" And that's from Franny.
That's for abortions, Ricardo, but sure. Good thought.
wire hangers are a little too thick.
Okay, too thick. And then Nick says you can heat it up to bend it or to quote blue the metal. I've heard this makes it stronger, but I'm not sure.
Okay. He needed the money. Blew the metal. Anybody? No? All right.
Yeah.
Scott says, "Talk about today, bro."
Talk about today.
I'm sure it's a good story, but
Mhm.
we're talking about locks. But I've also gotten requests to show it.
Yeah.
Can we?
And
Yeah.
what I think we should do is a little birthday thing, and then we should show. We
Okay,
should do it.
and I'll go get the birthday surprise, And also, I'm gonna pee. So hold on.
I had a feeling Robo was trying to work that.
yeah,
Can you set it up for a Stalin?
I sure can. Oh,
I got
do
it.
we have Stalin?
Yeah.
Not on here.
God damn it, Roma. You fucked everything
Hold on,
up.
hold on. I
I'm
might be able to do it. Hold on one second. Is that under a media file?
Yeah. I hope.
All right, hold on one second.
And then add source.
So wait. I'm gonna transition.
Oh my God, Roma, what is happening? Oh, Stalin's on there. It's already on there.
It is.
Yep,
oh,
yep.
because I just changed the view. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so we have to be quiet while this plays.
Okay.
It's a little industry secret.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Wait, did you put it on?
Oh, you guys will be okay. Hold on. Sorry, we had to like reset up
Mhm.
everything. All right, go ahead.
You think this stuff smells like a man?
And we're back.
Hey, Steve.
That went pretty well, eh, Todd?
I did, yes.
So, during Stalin for Romantica, we generally talk about something that's,
A little different.
yeah, a little different. So, here's what we're going to talk about. Well, it'll be fine.
It's probably fine.
Nope, it's not. I don't have it.
God damn it. I have lived a life.
Yeah, I was going to show you guys something pretty cool, but that's okay. So today being our 4th birthday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whoop, whoop, whoop. We have some snacks. I don't know exactly what all of these are. Do you want to open some of these? Ideally, not completely in the mic, if we can.
Ooh.
These are Zapp's, let's see, New Orleans style kettle chips. I haven't had chips in a long fucking time, so I'm all about it. These are going to be delicious.
These are
Okay. What you got?
Delicious. It's called Voodoo Heat. I'm not getting so much heat. I'm getting a lot of voodoo.
Cajun dill gator taters.
Yeah, dill gator taters.
What's this one?
We got the mesquite barbecue.
Barbecue.
Are the dill gator taters? These are good. I'm all in on that because it's like a pickle and a gator mixed. Mesquite barbecue.
Yeah, I'm tasting that voodoo, not so much the heat.
Yeah. Which is disappointing because you think of such big flavors with New Orleans food, you know? It's very spicy, soul foody.
Fire.
Good.
But yeah, I'm not getting. Actually, these mesquite ones are pretty damn good too. But I don't know if they're very New Orleans. Don't know.
Those are good.
These are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know,
definitely taste the gator.
I always see these at like the dollar store or somewhere, and I never buy them because
Really?
because I'm like, oh, those are novelty chips. I guess all chips are kind of that though.
Yeah.
You can't really take them seriously.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the manufacturers sell air nowadays. Open it up and
Yeah.
half
Well-
of it's gone.
I have to say that, it's always hard to find a good chip that goes with your sandwich.
Oh.
Yay!
Let's.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, everyone. It's our 44th.
We are indeed 40. We're 40!
We're 40.
44.
Right.
So it's our 4th year
Yep.
on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan made us from scratch lemon cupcakes. Well,
Homemade cupcakes.
or was it a box?
It was
mix?
box, but,
Okay,
but
that's still
still
scratch. That's-
it's
we gotta
scratch. It's scratch enough.
yeah.
When Roba said something earlier, oh, Dan made cupcakes. I'm like, well, he made them out of a bigger cake. He just took the thing and made.
I told him to buy them. So
Yeah,
good
yeah,
job,
yeah.
Dan.
Awesome. Well,
Love
who's
the
blowing this
show.
out?
Love the show.
You are. It's your show. You started
oh,
it.
Jesus. All right.
Lift it up while you do it.
There's 2 candles. I'm gonna say we'll let the honor to the big 4 goes to Steve. I'd say the little 4 goes to Todd. Get good and close. Blow out the 4.
Oh, he got both
I
of
got
them.
both. I'm
Well,
so sorry,
You're
Todd.
good. You're good.
It's the end.
He's really good
It
at
is
blowing.
your show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of practice.
Watch me blow a guy. Yeah. What do you want me to do? Whack a guy, off a guy, whack
What?
off a guy?
Because I'm married.
Dude, that's actually pretty fucking good, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could celebrate
Ooh.
with us today.
I am very honored to be here on your 4th anniversary.
It just happened that way.
Well,
Yeah.
we're happy that you are here with us, Todd.
It's always good. We usually try to have a guest for our
Mhm.
anniversary dates, but I didn't know it was actually
Yeah.
a thing until we had invited
Okay.
you on. So it was
Yeah.
Todd,
perfect.
I was
Todd,
just gonna.
there's a way that you have to eat this properly.
Yes.
What
You
is
got to
that?
take the bottom,
Okay.
you got to tear it off,
Yep.
and you got to sandwich it on top.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, it's the way a man eats a cupcake because we ain't dainty. You know, take a
Also,
bite
you
of
don't
it
want
like a
cream
man.
all over your nose.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I tend to eat things with cream very ravagely.
Well,
Crippen.
Cheers.
Very good.
mm,
The cake is so moist.
mhm.
Yeah.
I figured lemon was a good way to go. We all seem
Yeah.
to like lemon.
lemon's one of my favorites for sure.
Well, and the frosting's not too sweet, so I'm a
No,
fan
they
of
had
that too.
they had super lemony, super creamy frosting,
That's
and
what
I
it's
was like,
called.
no, I got the just rich and creamy.
Okay. Just like me.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just honoring you, Steve. I was honoring you.
Ricardo
yes.
says you guys will never taste heat again after the chip challenge for Daniel's birthday.
No, probably not.
That is true.
Oh, the Pocky.
Oh,
one
Nick
chip.
says-
Yes.
Nick
I
says,
still have to do it.
oh my God, we'll have to do a heat challenge. Nick says, I'll make you guys some cupcakes. I promise you'll love them. Except for Todd, you
No,
can't have
no,
any. Sorry, man.
No. Just say no.
Now I'm scared.
No?
Just
I
say
don't-
no.
Yeah.
Will I be transported into another universe?
Yes, you will.
Oh,
I just
God damn
feel like
it.
there's cum in them.
No. They will just send you to another universe
Okay.
completely.
DMT or what?
No, I don't know.
I don't even know, man.
They're just really heavy. They're heavy.
It's kind of like
he makes a honey. I think a honey tincture thing.
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like Hyde from that 70s show. Here's your brownie. Make sure you get somewhere safe within the next half an hour.
Okay.
It will send you to another plane. of
I cannot do
existence.
that with my job.
Yeah. That's I don't think I want to. In my younger years, maybe you have fun doing that, but I'm like,
I think all of us in our younger years were definitely all about
Yeah.
it.
but
I'm
when you get
allergic.
responsibilities and things,
I
Yeah.
also think I'm slightly allergic, and also it gives me anxiety now. Like I just can't. I don't know that I've ever had an edible that I liked.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Gushers. I had Gushers one time. And that was pretty fucking intense.
You mean just
Like the name brand.
Like a name brand pot gusher. It was insane.
Oh, it was a pot gun. Okay, I
Yeah,
just
it
thought
was-
it was insane because of that, like the waves from the
gushes,
90s.
you know,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that too.
You'd bite it, and then this
Oh.
blue wave would just wash you out of your high
Yeah,
school
it's
or wherever.
intense.
Well,
didn't
you know,
get
my
napkins?
principal never. No, I didn't bring napkins.
No, not
think they
you.
call
Just
that
You
acid.
us and
gotta
Doug
wipe your
General.
hands off with chips.
Oh,
salt
Roma, you've
cleans
got
it.
to try these.
Okay.
Yes.
We've got mesquite barbecue. We'll start out with that one.
I mean, I know I bought them, but that's fine.
I thought I had a Stalin for America, a cool little demo thing, and then I didn't have it. So I was like, "Fuck, we better open some chips."
A demo thing? Oh, like pre.
Yeah,
Okay.
really good though.
You'll like the gator.
These
Perfect.
are legit.
Mhm.
You might taste the the deal, but it definitely tastes a gator.
Wait. Whoa. Is that Aussie or British?
G'day,
Good egg.
you
Aye.
fucking cunt.
Aussie. I like it.
He's Chef Curtis Stone.
These are
And
good.
You'll definitely
The dill
taste the
ones.
voodoo.
There's an online store that sells exotic jerky. You
Ooh.
can have authentic gator jerky.
That sounds worth trying.
Also, ostrich.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh
Uh,
shit! I think we need to have a food episode.
Never had ostrich.
We
I
haven't
tried
had a
it.
food
It's pretty
episode
good.
in a long time.
Mhm.
Let's see how much it is first. I mean, Jesus, I don't know.
I'll pay for it. I got money.
All right,
She
My
got money.
My boyfriend has money.
all right. Well, and
She
Roma,
got her boyfriend who got money.
well, and we are going to do a food episode too because we had that smoke gun.
Mm.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
the
think
cold
we're-
smoke,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Mm.
So I think
Yeah.
we're gonna do a bunch of stuff. I've got a few things. Let's see, sour Skittles, marshmallows.
Oh, weird. Ooh, marshmallows.
Yeah. That they might taste like Oh, I even got a
Like
S'mores.
Ghostbusters?
kind of, yeah. Stay puffed.
So the voodoo's a little bit sweet, which I like,
Mhm.
but I think the dill's my favorite.
That's what I said. I said the dill is The barbecue's very good. It just
It is
doesn't
really good.
taste voodoo-y. Or
Yeah.
I'm expecting it to be a little spooky. It's not spooky.
Well,
The voodoo's a little spicy.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
A
didn't-
little spicy.
Yeah.
So like,
We've had enough spicy
Well,
stuff.
so I had the first chip and I was like, meh. And then I had the second chip and it like just hit the right spots. And I was like, oh, it's kind of spicy.
Well, remember how I eat my scrambled eggs, Roma? I'm getting no
oh,
spice.
yeah.
past
No.
that.
Oh, yeah.
My,
He made
my
me-
scrambled eggs has so much sriracha on it.
It's
You can
just,
barely see a crust of
it's
yellow.
just red.
I have a
He's
story about sriracha.
Oh,
Ooh.
For
please.
many years,
Let's hear it.
I was growing up, it was always referred to as cock sauce. And
Right.
Yeah.
that's how I thought it was. I was like, oh, cock sauce. And
Yeah,
I
I have a
moved to
different
Idaho.
understanding, but continue.
Idaho was kind of dumbfounded
Mhm.
when I called it cock sauce. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, no, cock sauce. The one
you
with
know.
the cock on it. And they're like,
Yeah.
fuck. I'm like, rooster. Rooster? Oh, sriracha?
Mhm.
Oh, is that what it's called? Oh, I've lived my whole life a lie.
No,
My bad.
you were living before you got
was
here.
cock
That's what
sauce.
happened. That's
Well,
what happened.
When I worked
Always
in the
heard of that.
kitchen, I totally forgot. We used to call it cock sauce. I didn't
Really?
remember that. So it was probably a
Wow.
kitchen thing. So it's probably somebody that worked in a kitchen, or if you worked in a kitchen.
Well,
Because SRIRCHA,
Yeah.
who knows how to fucking say that? So it's cock sauce.
well, part of the problem with calling it cock sauce in a kitchen is that there's cocktail sauce and
Okay.
there's sriracha. So it's like,
Yeah.
which cocks are you talking about here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're both red cocks,
It's true. Yeah.
and
One
they're
smells
both
like shrimp,
sauces.
though.
Yeah, one definitely does smell shrimpy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
Yeah.
depends
No, I
on
get you.
which cock sauce you're speaking to.
This
here.
one just had a picture of a cock on the bottle.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Travis says we need to try it. He goes, have you tried bison? I have had bison. I
Oh,
love bison.
bison is amazing.
Yeah.
Bison is so good.
Oh my goodness! There's a place in West Yellowstone called Bullwinkle's that has a killer freaking bison burger.
Scotty G
Yeah.
says, boyfriend, I'm out. Like, bitch, you already knew I had a boyfriend from like episode 1 that you watched.
Just what the fuck, Scotty? You
And he
knew that.
also makes more money than you, I know for sure.
He's in
What?
denial.
Yeah.
Nick says, let me cook something for you guys on your food episode. I promise I won't put weed in it unless I can. Then yes, I will.
At least Nick's looking out for us
Yeah,
and
that's
wants to
good.
help
True.
contribute to the show.
I literally
looking out.
can't, both because
I don't
it gives
care.
me anxiety
I
and
can't.
also because I get random drug tests.
Yeah. And as long as there's not jizz in it, I'm fine. Even
Yeah.
if there's a little.
I was
But
going to say a
mostly
healthy,
no.
a
Well, I
healthy
mean, like, what if
amount.
he like jerked off and had jizz on his hands while he was making it?
Yeah. I mean, well,
It's gonna
It's
be
a little
very.
salt.
yeah.
Little
I mean,
salt, natural
if,
salt.
if you've ever picked up a hot pan with a wet towel, you know how that turns out. It
Yeah.
conducts heat super well. So I would
Mhm.
just assume you want the jizz to dry on your hands
Mhm.
before you start preparing it.
Yeah, but then it flakes, and then you have weird like jizz flakes.
Yeah.
I like
so you
protein.
better make mashed potatoes. Protein.
I like protein.
Yeah, that's true. You know,
You
I
know,
heard
Some
yeah.
people eat insects.
Yeah.
that's true.
Jizz
They're-
all the way.
They're
I-
trying to get us to eat
I mean, there's
insects
probably jizz in
naturally.
insects. Do
I
they
have-
jizz? I feel like they do.
I have eaten
Somehow.
insects.
Have you?
Yes,
You
I
have?
Yes.
What kind?
Ants and grasshoppers.
Really?
Yes. And worms.
Were they meant to be eaten,
Were
or
you just
did
riding a
were you
motorcycle
hungry?
with your
Okay.
mouth open?
So the grasshoppers were chocolate covered.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
ants
I think
were
I've
just
had-
plain fried.
Yeah, I think I've had
Fried
worms were
ants?
raw. Yeah.
bugs that were like, or they'll deep fry them and put them in like I think I've had grasshoppers that were like deep fried and then put in a chili like coating.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just
I don't know.
crunchy. They're just
The
crunchy.
southern
Yeah.
have a different cuisine. than
Well, I
us
mean,
northerners.
they also eat river and sea bugs all the time.
Yeah. Or snake.
A snack.
I mean,
Snake.
I like crawdads are basically sea bugs. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crabs,
Sea
lobsters,
crickets,
crawdads.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but they taste good.
did
They
you
do.
know?
That's my thing.
Did you know that back in the day, the poor used to live on the shoreline and the rich lived off of the shoreline? And probably because they worked on the docks and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Stevedores.
they used to serve lobster in prisons because they were
Mhm.
considered the rats of the sea. And then once the rich moved onto the shorelines, they were like, oh shit, this lobster shit is like super available
Mhm.
and whatever. And so then it became a delicacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I'm sure back in those days of the prison, they probably just boiled a shitload of dead lobsters
Mhm.
until they were inedible almost.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, I'm guessing there was
I
no
mean,
drawn butter
I was
poaching
going
or
to say,
anything
yeah,
like that.
the
you
butter
know?
probably was missing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, good security guard. Will you please pass me my napkin while
Yeah.
I enjoy this butter sauce on
Yeah.
my lobster?
Yeah. Oh no, my spats have butter all over them.
There's a few
So-
dishes that the rich kind of took over that came from peasants.
hmm Any
Yeah.
examples?
Pheasants?
Peasants.
No, but I
so
feel like
the lower
pheasants one of
class.
them.
Oh yeah, pheasants definitely.
I was gonna say chimichangas.
Probably. I don't know about the more Hispanic cuisines, but I do know of the European cuisines. A lot of them have been, I guess, adopted by the
Mhm.
rich.
Yeah, well, we talked about how the French Revolution, nobody had the good food. Everybody, all the rich people, the king, all that stuff had all the good food. So they had to figure out how to,
Make
cook
something
things.
out of fucking nothing.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. You had butter. You had a cow. So you had butter and cream.
Well,
and what do you do
yeah.
with it? You
you
make
were-
French food.
You were telling us earlier about eating something that normally people don't eat. You want to elaborate on that real quick?
Yeah.
So dog food.
Well-
Fun fact: dog food has a lot of protein. For all you muscle guys out there,
Mhm.
it's about 200 and some odd grams of protein.
Wow.
If you're brave enough,
Now-
it will not kill you. Promise.
Now I have
wouldn't-
heard that when in recessions, the dog food sales go up,
Ooh.
and so
Is
that's
for real, or are you just
for
saying
real.
that? Okay.
Literally
Yeah.
for real, yeah. And guess what? People didn't buy more dogs, in a
They were
recession.
eating it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So-
but I always assumed it was the wet food and not the dry food. So do you want to give us a context? So you were at a rough point in your life
Yeah. Yeah.
and didn't have enough money for food.
Yep.
So you,
So a $40 bag of dog food lasted me a month.
wow.
Is dry. It was
Every
the
meal of the day?
big old every
So-
meal, and it was dry, so you had to do it with water.
Hold on. So I want to put this into context. So you were homeless at the time
Yep.
and obviously poor.
Yep.
Now, did you have a go-to condiment? Because I would be condimenting all day.
No, unfortunately, it was water.
Wow.
So did you
go
soften it?
You didn't steal ketchup packets or anything?
No, I would take a bite of dog food and then take a swig of water and chew it and let the water kind of loosen up the dog food.
That's hungry.
Dude, you are like that's like fucking crazy like superhero.
It took me 4
level
days
shit.
of not eating anything, not knowing what to do to feed myself for me to get to that level. But yeah.
So
once
you
I
were
was
just a
there.
dude wandering the streets with a bag of dog food on your back.
No, I
40
lived behind a Safeway in
Okay.
a refrigerator box back when refrigerators came in boxes.
Okay.
You know
Um,
they still do.
I mean, different boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This different box.
I think he would know, Dan.
It's true.
But yes, so I just was desperate. I
Now,
was desperate.
now I've kind of not been in the same situation, but I take advantage of situations. That's what I do. So I'm not too proud to take food that is out back of a
At a dumpster.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
You've done this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to leave guacamole out, like fucking 12 things, and I just stuffed my bag full and eat so much guac.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what's funny is I would walk back there, do my little perusing, because I think actually somebody came and picked the stuff up to take to like the rescue mission or somewhere.
Yeah,
but
fuck
I
those
stole
homeless
it.
people.
Yeah.
No, you appropriated it.
Yes.
But I would go there and I just, like I was shopping, I'm like, oh yeah, let's just grab a few of these, some Brussels sprouts, that. And then I would go into the store and get chips for my guac and fucking,
That's amazing.
dude, yeah, it was like free food. Yeah, so great.
I was
literally
scared.
have never been behind a supermarket before.
Right by the dumpster is where they put
It
the
doesn't
food.
smell great, but
No, it
you know.
doesn't.
No, it's fine, yeah.
I was always too scared. I was
Really?
always way too scared.
Dude, if I was hungry enough, I'd be doing some
Yeah,
crazy
totally.
shit.
I started out actually on milk bones. The
Okay.
little
So-
milk bone dog bones. Those are pretty good.
I
Okay.
will actually I've tried dog treats because I'll buy my dog a treat and I'm like,
I deserve a treat.
Well, I'm curious. I'm like,
Well,
so,
yeah,
you know,
I
you
mean,
take a
you
little
love your
nibble.
dog.
Yeah, I love my dog, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just curious as to what he's willing to eat, how disgusting it actually is.
Mhm.
Well, his own
Um,
ass is part of the answer.
And a lot of them are really good. You were saying it's high in sodium. A lot of them are really good, but I'm like, this needs salt. This needs salt. And like now there's like really bougie treats, you know? So like I bought my dog like cookies, you know, like they look like they have frosting on them, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's not the same.
It's jizz. Yeah.
It's, yeah, dog jizz.
So, how did you find out that you could eat dog food and survive?
It was milk bones.
Okay.
I was at a buddy's house. They had milk bones for their dog. I grabbed one and munched on it and didn't mind it.
Because
I
you
was
were
like,
hungry, or
yes,
because
because I was hungry.
And what kind of friend group are you in that they don't have food to give you, but they have milk bones?
So it wasn't so much that I'm prideful.
Okay.
And I didn't ever want to ask for help. Never.
Oh, see, that's
Wow.
dumb. Nah,
Yeah. Oh, I know now.
I'd be begging everybody.
I know now it's dumb.
Yeah.
Looking back.
I would be one of those homeless people that is like I would just harass everybody if I was hungry enough, for sure.
Yeah.
So Nick says, if you're ever homeless again, McDonald's will give you free food if you tell them you're starving and have no money for food. Also, almost every other church has a food drive.
KFC
if I'd
too.
known that now. But we're talking the difference between when I was 17 versus now at 35.
And so, why did you end up homeless? Were you just like a rebellious kid that
yeah.
just
Rebellious.
didn't want to listen to anybody?
I ran away from home.
Okay.
So I learned my lesson.
Well, the best way to go through a hard knock life is to actually know where you go at the worst point.
Yeah. Dog food, I learned. I mean, right now, I could still eat dog food. I could
Travis-
just go and pour a bowl and munch on it.
Travis says bacon bits, which I feel like they look good.
Mhm.
The
They look
bacon bits
tasty.
aren't too bad.
Yeah.
Actually,
What
those
was your
are
brand?
They need
on the
salt.
bougie end of it. Old Roy.
Okay.
Oh,
Walmart. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
big red
recommend
bag.
those.
Well, you know, and since then, I think Old Roy, because it's produced in China, was responsible for a lot of dog deaths.
Yes.
Wow.
I do not
Mhm.
recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
it's pretty bad.
So, how long were you on a strictly dog food diet?
2 months.
And was that one bag or two?
2 bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're like, I got to make some changes.
Did you lose or gain weight?
I lost
I
weight.
bet you did.
I ended up coming back home.
Okay.
I bet you
Good.
did.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. That's
I
all
ended up
right.
coming
You're
back
in
home.
Good life experience.
You're in a better
It was.
place now. You
Dude,
know
it
how
was.
low it can go.
Well, and
Yes.
the thing that's really refreshing about it is that you're like, hey, this is what I did. You know, like this is how fucked up my life
And
was
this
at one
is why
point.
he learned
True.
to pick locks.
So when it comes to all the bad things in my life, I don't regret a single bit of it because it makes me who I am today. And I think those of us that have experience in life have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
You know, like
Hardship for sure. Yeah.
We're the ones that can speak out to others who may be struggling,
Mhm.
and we can show them, hey, like I've been here,
Mhm.
done this.
Compassion, empathy.
Yep, where I'm coming from, I come from the heart.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same concept of those who have been treated like shit don't treat others like shit because we know what it feels like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of the same concept, and I don't regret any of it.
Like I don't really treat people who are really sexy bad.
Because you know they're coming from.
I know where they're coming from.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
I'm
Don't hate
just-
me because I'm beautiful.
I'm just gonna put this out here. It sounds like you've got a lot more that you could bring to the mic and the table here.
Honestly, we're getting towards the end of the show.
Are we?
I think, yeah, we are.
Oh, we haven't even done any demos.
Well,
Well, I was
Lived a
gonna.
life.
The reason why I was
Oh.
bringing that up is because I was gonna say, if you guys aren't opposed,
I
you
feel like
think
we
it's a
need a part
two-parter?
2. Yeah,
Okay.
I was
we
gonna
need-
say we should bring him back.
Yeah.
At
Would you
least,
be willing
at
to do
least
that?
again?
Yes.
If you're happy
Okay.
to,
Yeah, I could,
Todd,
yeah.
we'd be happy to have you
I could
back.
definitely
I'm
do
sorry
that.
we had chips. We'll get something else you might like.
I love chips.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
I love chips.
Well, if you're gonna enjoy chips,
I'll have to bring
there's
something.
some proper wear that I think that you should pick up,
Yeah.
and you can find that at thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com. You can fill up your cup full of water in case you find yourself in a hard spot, and you use
in
your
between your dog food.
your Charlie Cat mug. and keep yourself warm out there with some Sen socks. And we've also got hoodies because it's still a little chilly. It's spring, you know. But then when it's
like every other day, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you go the light colors, you get the pastels going on with your T-shirts of various different sizes and colors for the Alpha, Beta, Gata, Zama, and all that. Where else can you find us, Steve?
Gator Taters. You can find us on Instagram at the Sensible Sociopath Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Stephen Paul Cast with a PH. You can find us on all major podcasting platforms. Please go there and subscribe, download, because it's a way we make some money. You can also check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Sensible Sociopath Podcast. Yeah, subscribe to the show. Tell us you like us, maybe in a comment. Thumbs up. That'd be great.
Get all those thumbs up.
Share it to your friends.
Yes.
Listen to the show.
Thank you very much for coming on, Todd. Happy birthday, Sensible Sociopath.
Yes.
Thank you for 4 years. Let's do 4 more.
The world would not be the same.
Have a good night,
I like
guys.
it.
No
Bye.
wonder my anxiety's so high.
Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death,
Sounds like a bad time.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Rama, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need to laugh.
I think just sitting down and, listening to
The Sensible Sociopath. This is the shit you're supposed to be watching.
Gen X is gonna love it. Millennials are gonna be like, I'm offended.
You have offended me.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my god, that's enormous.
I love it.
It's still a racist dog whistle.
Where you kind of have like a rotating cast of characters.
We're talking baby seals, eagles, wolves.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
It's worse than the butthole.
We're technically considered propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet. That's how Steve Irwin died. Cholesterol.
It's fucking delicious.
His father had ended up killing his mother and committing suicide.
In that order.
That's diabolical. I like it.
They had an apple gun where you could shoot Bigfoot.
Has she always been retarded?
I mean, she could have had a head injury.
You don't know anything about tartar sauce.
He had picked up a 400-pound statue and was like walking around with it.
Was the statue racist?
I'd like to think so.
It's like how they invented bacon and avocado to make a turkey sandwich tolerable.
I have a fear of fire.
Like a werewolf. Daniel, you've been our greatest viewer. Well, Daniel and Sarah and Katrina.
Daniel!